I'm going to tell you a story about how my band in 2005 was on tour with My Chemical Romance and The Used and Killswitch Engage on a tour called the Taste of Chaos Tour. We were actually one of the only unsigned bands on the tour. I'm going to tell you why that story is actually a parallel and how it sort of like makes sense in conjunction with what is happening right now with this Google Helpful Content update that so many of us are getting kicked in the balls over and over again. So, before we get to that, do me a favor, if you haven't already, hit subscribe, maybe the like button. My name is Rob. I have a website that just a couple of weeks ago was doing very well, and I'm just a regular average dude who happened to figure a few things out along the way and make some affiliate commissions over the last couple of years through my blog. It just so happens that the Helpful Content update hit right whenever I decided to start this channel, but we will come back, and I'll be sharing some of the things that got me to that point and will carry me beyond this and hopefully help you guys out as well. So hit like, hit subscribe, but let's get into it. So we were an unsigned band out of St. Louis, Missouri, and we had been climbing. And as I tell this story, you'll probably be able to put some of these parallels together with like your blogging journey because it's very similar to mine. So we were working hard. We were out hitting the streets. We were doing everything we were supposed to be doing, handing out free stickers, handing out free t-shirts, whatever it was we were doing. Now keep in mind, this is before like Facebook was really much of a thing. So like marketing, you actually had to go out and meet people back then if you wanted them to go to your shows. And so we kept working hard, kept making connections. We eventually landed, after several small tours, got on this big tour called the Taste of Chaos Tour in 2005. And it was with bands like My Chemical Romance, who at the time, Spin Magazine said they were the biggest band or the biggest rock band in the world or something. And The Used and all those other bands were on. We were one of the only unsigned bands. It was a huge deal to us. We had broke through something we never thought that we would actually see happen. And so we did a couple of weeks, I think 2 or 3 weeks on that tour. We went home and we got back home. And what happened was people were telling us all the time how good things were for us or how good our band was, especially like our friends and all these fans were hanging around. And everybody would say how great we were and how much they liked us and they were fans and they liked our songs and stuff. And that felt great. But we realized as a band that at some point that if we wanted to get better at what we were doing, that we had to stop listening to the people or the things that were telling us things were going well and start getting critical with ourselves about the things that weren't going well, because our friends were always going to be biased, right? Our family for sure was always, and our girlfriends or wives or whatever, were always going to be biased. But if we wanted to get better, we had to get real about where we were falling short. And we actually felt like we became better at what we were doing because we decided to just level with ourselves about, hey, are we cutting it? Are these songs we're writing good enough? Are the shows we're doing, are we pulling enough people? Are we out there talking to people enough? And so when you relate that to the band or to the blog world and what's going on, especially right now with this September 2023 Google Helpful Content update, it's very similar to that. You know, just a couple of weeks ago, and really, frankly, for the last year and a half, almost 2 years, as I have fought through and built my site and gained momentum and gained clicks and gained backlinks and, gained traffic and then eventually gained commissions and money through the blog, and then, getting money for just simply having traffic, through ads. I thought, wow, this is something that I didn't expect I would ever actually be able to do. I'm just some regular dude that I've been trying to figure this out. I figured a few things out. I can't believe some of this is actually working and going well for me. And so I'm looking at the proof. The proof was telling me that I was doing a great job. And I think that maybe what I didn't do enough of was get critical enough about, am I doing a good enough job? Because when you see the dollars start to come in through your website or through the affiliate stuff or whatever it is, it's easy to get swept up and going, like, this is going to continue. You just think of this mindset of like, from here, it's expansion only. And that sort of mindset can lead you to kind of forget, like, if I don't concentrate on the things that need to like be reinforced at the foundation, if I don't concentrate on a lot of those things that maybe I'm not doing well enough, then expansion may not happen. You just get so forward thinking, you forget about, well, let's make sure that where I'm at is a good place to build off of continually, right? And so whenever this Google Helpful Content update hit, one of the things I thought a lot about over the last week, especially as I'm reading a lot of the boards and a lot of the comments and videos and things, there are some people that are just simply commenting, the people that lost traffic are people whose blog sucks. Now, I don't think that's true at all. Like, a lot of the people that I am seeing, we all feel like our blogs are good, but I worked hard on it and tried to create good content. But I know that a lot of the people that I'm seeing who've lost traffic, I'm looking at their blogs and they're good blogs, like they are legitimate blogs. So I don't think that's the case. But if we go back to that mindset of maybe they do, I'm not saying that they do, but if we just kind of put that on our shoulder, that chip on our shoulder, I think that could be extremely helpful in times like these. See, a lot of us, especially me over like the last week, are kind of going along with this mindset of maybe this will reverse, right? Like somehow this wasn't our fault, but that puts all the responsibility on Google, none of the responsibility on us as bloggers, as content creators, whatever it is. So that's what I would say, maybe just to kind of put in your back pocket. I'll be having it in both my back pockets and my front. My pockets will be lumpy with this idea of that maybe I wasn't cutting it. The proof was there and it showed me that I was, but maybe I was looking at the wrong thing and maybe I wasn't being critical enough and I didn't grow the way that I needed to because I thought things were okay. You don't have to necessarily think that it's true. You just have to be able to say, maybe it's true. And that is enough sometimes just to light a fire underneath you. I'm going to come back in a couple of days. I'm actually going to take a couple of days off here from videos, going to Chicago to go up and see a show with my wife, taking the train. I booked a private room on the train. I've never done that. It's sort of like the like train. It's like, you go like private room and you go, oh, maybe it's not as, okay, cool. So anyways, that's it. We'll see you all next week. And by then, hopefully we'll see some things. I'll come back. There are some eyebrow raises I'm still seeing with rankings and SERPs and some different things, some volatility even from yesterday. So this thing's far from over, but just keep this in your back pocket. A lot of what's going to help you and help me and help all of us who've been hit by this come out of this is the mindset that we have going into when this ends. What are we going to do about it? I think we need to start thinking of like, okay, now what? What are we going to do about it? Because maybe I didn't do enough, but that's not going to happen again. So that's it. Thanks y'all so much for watching. Hit subscribe if you haven't. Maybe the like button. I'm going to be putting out a lot of videos coming forward. Hopefully some more that my rankings are going back up where they should be. They will, because we're going to fix what we broke. That's it. We'll see you next week. Peace out.